Hello again, world, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I feel called to do a reading about childhood blocks. This is associated with lost dreams, with things that you gave up on when you were a kid, and identifying where those blocks come from in your life. So, this is the object for group number 1. This is the object for group number 2. And this is the object for group number 3. So give yourself a moment to recognize which one resonates with you, and then I'll get started with the reading. Hello and welcome, group number 1. And you chose this box. And how it relates to me personally is I worked on this and painted this for a group project when I was about in grade 8, and I was really excited to do it, but there's something about it that's left unfinished. It was, as you can see, I'll open it up. You can see that piece of wax there. It was supposed to be like a faux musical box for a project. And I felt like I didn't get enough time to finish it, so I always kept it to maybe do something else to it, to zhuzh it up. So if you pick this object, group number 1, it's because there's something you really wanted to accomplish. This was some sort of project or ability or something you felt really excited to do, but you felt like you couldn't learn the inner workings of whatever it was. Maybe you wanted to be a musician, for example. You felt like you couldn't get over the learning curve associated with that skill. Whatever it is, group number 1, it seems to me you gave up before you learned the inner workings of this skill. You know, maybe you wanted to be an engineer or a mathematician, but weren't so great at math or something. So that's the energies I'm picking up on for group number 1. And we'll get deeper with this. You know, it's never too late to learn a new skill, group number 1. It's another message that's coming through. Never too late. You're never too old. Ever. What is old, right? So, okay, let's see what we got going on here. So, we have the 2 of coins, the 6 of coins, the Ace of baskets, the 4 of baskets, and the 7 of wands. And then we have the daughter of knives here. So what I'm seeing here in group number 1 with your blocks is I feel like the reason why you didn't keep pursuing this is it might have been a question of finances and as well as your time. It could have been a combination of both. Like you had something else that you had started or were already on a roll with, so you felt like you had to make a decision about what it was you'd pursue. Like in your family and household, it's like, okay, we can only afford one class. Which one are you going to go for type of scenario here? That's what I'm seeing. So that's maybe why you didn't pursue this skill like you wanted to. And then over time, you kind of rejected the idea, you know, the whole old adage of too little, too late. Or, you know, sometimes it is a roadblock of thinking we're too old for something because you might think, oh, I'm like 50, you know, only young people go to school, for some of you. Or maybe other people told you that. And you thought, well, if it didn't happen then, it's never going to happen now. But that's not true because you have the drive to be able to do this. And when you fully embrace that about yourself, it's going to bring you so much joy. You know, and it also could have been a relationship you're in at the time. Maybe not when you were like in grade 8, but maybe when you got a bit older. Like maybe a lot of people put demands on you about what you should and shouldn't do and what's appropriate. But whatever, you know, you have to make the best choices for you. And sometimes that's left you feeling like you have to be super defensive with people because they've given you a lot of flack for things that make you happy. And then you have this Daughter of Knives card. And when I see this card, I always think of worry, of fear, of what other people think about what you're doing. Maybe some ridicule you have faced in the past, you know, because you really wanted to pursue this. And it was a question of priority, and to some other people in your life, oh, that's not important, you shouldn't do that. Like, maybe it's because they thought it wouldn't make you any money or something. But the time for that is ending, group number 1. No matter what people say to you, it's never too late to pursue that which you find important. Okay, let's take a look at the back. Yeah, Son of Coins. So enroll in something. Yeah, because it'll really bring you a lot of happiness and clarity that you've been seeking. So if you've been thinking about going back to school, about being able to handle that new balance, group number 1, the only thing getting in your way is worry associated with the past, with other people's expectations. Because you know, you don't have to go to like a big college to learn things. There's so many resources online where you could. It doesn't always have to be a traditional method of learning. Let's pull a message of love here. As you can see, pull a message of love for group number 1. Oh, isn't that perfect? And it says, focus on what brings you joy. Exactly. So group number 1, whatever it is you've been wanting to do, but you maybe feel like you don't have time for, there will be a balance. It always doesn't have to be done a certain way. There are other resources you can look into to get deeper with this learning and to continue your education in some way. Focus on what brings you joy. Take that class you've been wanting to take, group number 1. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how this resonated with you. And if you are subscribed, remember to ring that bell so you get notifications when I publish a new video. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Hello, group number 2, and you chose this box of worry dolls that I got in Victoria, BC when I was 10 years old in Chinatown. And I've had these for about 16 years, and they're a little worn out, but considering how young I was when I got these and how fragile they are, I really took good care of them. So when you open it up, you see there's a little write-up about it, but there's 3 little worry dolls in here. And worry dolls, in case you haven't heard of them, are little dolls that you speak your worries to at night, and you put them underneath your pillow, and that is supposed to help transmute these worries out of your life. So group number 2, I feel like when you're younger, a lot of things in your home life were worrying you. You know, whether or not things were chaotic, or it stemmed from a certain instability, whether that was from your parents or finances or their relationship in general. There's a lot of things that you've worried about throughout your life, and maybe you're spending too much time preserving your worries instead of going through them and transmuting what has held you back in your life. You know, really diving deep into the reason why you don't do certain things. Is it because you truly don't have the ability, or because you're worried? Okay, so that's the message I'm getting for your group number 2. So let's see what else we have here. A message I'm getting for you, group number 2, is someone wishes you would call them, or maybe you haven't been answering their calls. Maybe it's because you've had, okay, I had 2 cards pop out, so I'll put them there. Maybe you've had like arguments or falling out with someone, but someone wishes that you would answer their calls or to call them. So however that resonates with you, and whatever you choose to do with that is up to you, group number 2. Okay. So these are the 2 that fell out. Yeah. So what was that about communication? We have the 8 of Sticks and the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Sticks, the 5 of Coins. Oh my goodness. The 5 of Baskets and the 7 of Baskets. So group number 2, I'm going to start off with this because these fell out when I was getting that message about, somebody wishes you would call them because they really want to communicate with you. There was some sort of falling out you had, or maybe they're sick or something, but maybe because this could be a parent or someone you have like a really deep, long history with. But whatever it is, there's some bad blood, there's some hurting, there's some disappointment here. And I can understand why you wouldn't want to communicate with them. But in your own way, if you don't heal and transmute these energies, they're going to permeate throughout your life, group number 2. Because it could have been for years you've really wanted to expand in a certain way, but the sadness could be depression. It could be feeling like when you try to communicate, you're not heard. And so you feel very disappointed. Because we have the 10 of Sticks. I feel like perhaps when you were a child or throughout your life, you've really bared the burdens of what other people have said to you. Maybe your parents or whomever was closest to you when you were younger put all their bad words on you, put all the responsibility on you. And so that's like a burden, heaviness that you've carried since you were young, feeling like you have to sort out other people's problems all the time. And that's why you're so worried, group number 2, is because you feel like if you don't, then no one will. But that also leaves you in a state of, well, I can't make anything happen for me anyway, because you're like a sponge that's been absorbing this negative energy, this worry, because you really care and love these people, whoever it is in your life, that you feel this lack of possibility and ability within you. That's not something you were born with. That was something that was imprinted on you. And again, this 5 of Baskets, really focusing on the past and what hasn't worked and what has gone wrong, being in really deep thought about that, instead of seeking solace in all these dreams and ideas you have, group number 2. And that's another suggestion. Try taking baths if you're into that, with lavender or sage or salt, something that's cleansing and purifying, because group number 2, I feel like for you, you really absorb the energies of other people. Maybe you're very empathic, very open in that way, and a lot of people do throw their stuff at you. So that is another message for you, group number 2. Something that's happened for you throughout your lifetime that could help with. Or maybe if you're not into baths, like saging or meditating or calling upon your guides or whomever you resonate with, that is another suggestion for you. So yeah, I feel like you've been focusing on the past so much that you can't focus on what is before you, on what could be made a reality for you, your dreams. So group number 2, what I'm seeing here is You have always carried a lot of other people's troubles within you, beside you, on you all the time. And you really have to learn to let go of people in your life who aren't there to love you. You know? Four of Sticks. And the Nine of Coins, yeah. So your solace, group number 2, is focusing on those good, loving relationships in your life where there's equal give and take, where there's harmonious interaction, where you each support each other's goals, and feeling that unification within yourself. If you're, if you're single, or this could be a really good friend, or this could be a project you've really set your sights on, but you've been kind of worried and bogged down about, that person in your life that's just always zapped your energy, always made you feel down, always put heavy burdens on you. It's time to let that person go in your life. And I know they want to talk to you and call you, but sometimes you got to cut the cord, because that's the healthiest thing, group number 2. Okay, let's pull you a message of love, group number 2. And it says, yeah, no wonder. Because look, people feel whole when they are in your presence. Exactly. What was I saying about other people putting their energy on you? Because this isn't your energy. You feel this heaviness every day, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of the people around you. And this was even in your childhood. And that's what I'm seeing. Is there's nothing wrong with hanging out with people, but it has to be people to your highest good who love you and support you, and don't put all this heavy energy on you. So group number 2, those are the messages I'm getting for you. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you are subscribed, hit that bell button so you're notified when I have new videos. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So the item you chose is this wizard necklace with the 2 diary keys on it. And the memory I have associated with this is this wizard with these open hands. He used to have a crystal stone in it. And I remember it fell out once, and I got the teacher to glue it back for me. And then it fell off again. And I felt so disappointed by this. I never wore this necklace again. But still, I kept it. Still, I remember how much I used to love wearing this necklace. And if you chose this object, group number 3, I feel like you've lost a little bit of belief in the good things in life, in the magical and the spiritual. There's something that really disappointed you and left you kind of feeling hollow, not wanting to pursue certain spiritual things or things that made you excited because of those bitter disappointments. But the good news is, with these keys symbolically, is you've always been able to access this. You have never lost anything. It's just been the illusion that has really kept you away from pursuing things in a deeper fashion, whether that's spiritual, whether that's, the belief in good in life. So that's a message I'm getting for you, group number 3. So I'll just throw that there. Let's see what other energies are here. And I'm getting the message of shadow. So you could be doing some shadow work, group number 3. It could be that some things you didn't know then, you will start to know now, and that might give you some clarity. Okay, see what we got here. The Ace of Swords, the Big Queen, the 6 of Coins, Mother of Knives, Daughter of Baskets, Four of Coins, and the Nine of Baskets. So, group number 3. I feel like part of this disappointment was from a mother figure in your life. And it doesn't have to be your biological mother. It could be your aunt or your sister or some sort of feminine energy. And that could be a man as well. So I'm not limiting here. But someone really said some mean things to you. And I feel like that shaped your values. Like maybe you've been too focused on the physical, on gaining, on money, and kind of lacking some of that spiritual insight as a result. Because where you were when you were a child, certain things were to be cut away. There was only room for material pursuits, and that's how you were valued, group number 3. You know, like the truth wasn't important as much as cunning was, as much as do what I say and be me, or you can't be accepted. That's what I'm seeing here. And I also feel like you've been holding back. You've been holding back on some good things that you have going on for yourself. That is more about emotional fulfillment than it is like the acquisition of things. You're learning to value things beyond the physical, group number 3. You're getting out of that hoarding mindset into the pursuit of what makes you whole spiritually, what makes you happy. You know, no longer wanting to associate with that pattern of being cunning to others. You know, because other people have pointed out your faults so much in life. That's kind of been your thing to other people in a way. But you're learning to do something different. You're seeking out different things. You're learning to trust your own intuition. There's some sort of clarity and truth that's coming through. Some sort of thing that was lost to you that will be found. And that's what you're pursuing. You're starting to see what has been of no value to you. And that's the way you have been treated, and perhaps the way you've treated others, group number 3. So let's see what's on the back. Father of Knives. And then you have the Father of Baskets. Interesting. So that is King of Swords and the King of Cups. Group number 3, I feel like you're becoming more thoughtful, more measured, more fair in the way you deal with people, but also considering their emotions and how they feel about things and how you come across to people. Because that's not something you have considered before. And now that you're considering it for yourself, you're considering how you've affected others as well because of how people treated you in your childhood and how they didn't value what was within, only the material. So let's pull a message of love for you, group number 3. Okay. So it says, allow yourself to be more genuine. Exactly. That is what you're working on, group number 3, is becoming more of an expresser of love and good things, because you want love and good things for yourself. So keep going with that. It is a noble pursuit. It always pays off. You know, kind is clever, contrary to some people's beliefs. So, group number 3, if this resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe, and if you are subscribed, turn on that bell button so you're notified when I publish new videos. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day.